Welcome back to another episode of Will It Slime? I'm your hostess, Marie. Psych! What's up, everybody, and welcome back to K&K Travels for another episode of Coasters to Coast. Today we are going to continue through our draft board with contestants 17 through 24. I'm your hostess, Kendra Marie. Let's get coasting. We're starting today with contestant number 17, which is Evan Dunlap, with his park, Censorship Park. And the reason I say that is the original name he put is only useful if you're in Bob's Burgers.
Are you kidding me?
But with that aside, we're going to keep moving in time, starting with Sky Rush, an Intimate Extreme Wing Coaster at Hershey Park. Up next, we've got X2, an Aero Extreme Wing 4th Dimension Coaster at Six Flags Magic Mountain. Third on the draft is Terran, an Intimate Extreme LSM Launch Coaster from Fantasia Land. Fourth, we have Prowler, a GCI Extreme Out and Back Wooden Coaster at Worlds of Fun. At number 5, we have The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man, a MOG Incorporated Family Motion Simulation Non-Coaster at Universal Islands of Adventure. At number 6, and I hope I say it correctly, is Gibbyland, an Intimate Thrill Straddled Seated Coaster, a family launch coaster as well, at Dejurs Sommerland. For our water ride, we have Jungle Cruise by Walt Disney Imagineering, a family boat water ride at Disney World. We have Batman and Robin, the Chiller Premier Extreme Shuttle Dueling LIM Shuttle Loop Coaster from Six Flags Great Adventure. We've got Joker, an RMC Extreme Hybrid from Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. And finally, we have Black Mamba, a B&M Extreme Inverted Coaster at Fantasia Land. Contestant number 18, we have Gregory Fretti, and I am naming this park Limitless Kingdom. Let's get started with our first pick of a Magnum XL 200, an Aero Extreme Hyper Coaster, and at the time was one of the biggest hyper coasters when first built at Cedar Point. Next, we have Beyond the Cloud, a Mach Extreme LSM Launch Coaster, and I know I'm not going to be able to say some of this right, at Suzhou Amusement Land Forest World. Next, we have our water ride of Chiapas, an Intimate Thrill Log Flume from Fantasia Land. Our fourth stop is Troy, a GCI Extreme Wooden Coaster at Toverland. Next, we have Journey to the Center of the Earth, a Walt Disney Imagineering Thrill Slot Car Non-Coaster at Tokyo Disney Sea. Moving forward, we have Kumba, a B&M Extreme Steel Sitting Coaster at Busch Gardens, Tampa. We have Cosmos Curves, an E&F Myler Industries Family Steel Coaster at Knoebels Amusement Resort. Choice number 8 is Acrobat, a B&M Extreme Flying Coaster at Nagashima Spa Land. With choice number 9, we have a Mindbender, a Schwarzkopf Extreme Steel Coaster over at Six Flags Over Georgia. And finally, as choice number 10, we have American Eagle, an Intimate Extreme Twin Wooden Coaster at Six Flags Great America. From 18 to 19, we are now down to Kyle Huth, which I'm naming his park Kyle's Piles of Rides. We are starting with Ghost Rider, a CCI Extreme Wooden Coaster found at Knott's Berry Farm. Moving to number 2, we have Railblazer, an RMC Extreme Raptor Track Coaster at California's Great America. From the sea towards the country, we have Tennessee Tornado, an Aero Extreme Custom Looping Coaster at Dollywood. Returning to Knott's Berry Farm, we have Accelerator. It is standing but not operating since 2022 during repairs. It is an Intimate Extreme Accelerator Coaster. I hope I chose the correct one. Forgive me if I don't. But we have Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, a dynamic attractions thrill train-based ride, coaster may I add, at Disneyland. Going down to draft pick number 6, we have Indiana Jones Adventure Temple of the Forbidden Eye, a Walt Disney Imagineering thrill dark ride non-coaster at Disneyland. From a flat ride to a water ride, we now have Jurassic Park River Adventure, a Vekoma thrill water-based amusement ride at Universal's Islands of Adventure. Nothing to growl about here other than Great Bear, a B&M Extreme Inverted Coaster at Hershey Park. This ride is all the flame because we are going to Iron Dragon, an Aero Thrill Suspended Coaster located at Cedar Point. Finally, we are returning one last time to Knott's Berry Farm for Montezuma's Revenge. It is standing but not operating at the moment, but will reopen this year as Montezuma's Revenge, the Forbidden Fortress. This is a Schwarzkopf Shuttle Loop Flywheel Coaster. Out of the teens and into the 20s, we are now with Carsten Anderson with his park, Cryptland Theme Park, Cryptland. We have Ravine Flyer 2, a PTC Extreme wooden hybrid at Waldameer. Not too far behind, we have Cheetah Hunt, an Intamin Extreme LSM launch coaster from Busch Gardens, Tampa. We have our water ride of Dudley Do-Right's Ripsaw Falls, a mock thrill log flume at Universal's Island of Adventure. Revenge of the Mummy is next, a Premier Extreme enclosed coaster at Universal Studios in Florida. Followed by Monster, a B&M Extreme inverted coaster at Walligator Grand Est, which could be a state or I could just be wrong. Vortex from Canada's Wonderland is next. This is an Aero Thrill suspended coaster. Number 7 is Falcon's Fury Drop Tower, an Intamin Thrill 335-foot freestanding drop tower at Busch Gardens, Tampa. We've got Medusa, a B&M Extreme floorless Six Flags Great Adventure coaster. We've got Defiance, a Gerschlauer Extreme Eurofighter coaster at Glenwood Caverns Adventure Park. And finally, for choice number 10, we have Joker, a Sensei Tech Extreme Wing 4th Dimension coaster located at Six Flags Great Adventure. We have now reached the legal age of 21, which means all these parks are up for grabs. I'm just kidding. We are now on to Amy Shollenberger with Emberpark, starting with Orion, a B&M Extreme Hypercoaster located at Kings Island. Next, we have Storm Runner, an Intamin Extreme Accelerator coaster that can be found at Hershey Park. For our third pick, we have Yukon Striker, a B&M Extreme Dive Coaster located at Canada's Wonderland. Fourth pick on the draft, we have Lightning Racer, a GCI Extreme Twin Wooden Coaster located at Hershey Park. For our non-coaster pick, we have Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, a Kuka, K-U-K-A, thrill dark ride at Universal Studios Hollywood. We're bouncing on over to Tennessee with Wild Eagle, a B&M Extreme Wing Coaster at Dollywood. Continuing forward, we have Nighthawk, a Vekoma Extreme Flying Dutchman at Carowinds. It's time to get soaked with this favorite. We have Zoom Flume, a Hopkins Thrill Log Flume, located at Maury's Piers. Returning to Tennessee, we have Dragon Flyer, a Vekoma Family Suspended Coaster at Dollywood. And finally, we have Ricochet, a mock thrill wild mouse coaster located in Carowinds. Welcome to contestant number 22, Given Taylor with his park, Gibbyland. We're starting with Wildfire, an RMC Extreme Wooden from Kolmarden. I think I said that right. A lot of these are German, so I'm going to mispronounce a lot of them. We've got Wooden Timber Coaster, a GCI Extreme Wooden Coaster from Europa Park. We have Raptor, a B&M Extreme inverted coaster at Cedar Point. Junker, a Gerstlauer Extreme infinity coaster over at Powerland. Olympia Looping, a Schwarzkopf Extreme Steel traveling coaster. Somewhere in Austria. Not Australia, Austria. We have Divertical, an Intamin Extreme water coaster at Mirabilandia. Another water coaster, not just a water ride, but a water coaster. Balder, an Intamin Extreme wooden coaster at Leisberg. Speed Monster, an Intamin Extreme accelerator coaster at Tussenfried. Mountain Monster, a Soaring Eagle thrill slingshot non-coaster in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. And a coaster I'm definitely going to mispronounce, Hals Überkopf, a Vekoma Extreme suspended thrill coaster at, Earlsbyn Park Tripsdrill. Thank you, Given Taylor, for choosing all the German-based rides. Thank you. Up to number 23, and who do we see? We have Tom Noble with a park I like to call NoMads Land, because nomad people are allowed. We're starting with Shambhala, a B&M Extreme hypercoaster at Port Aventura Park. Continuing forward, we have Smiler, a Gerstlauer Extreme Infinity Coaster at Alton Towers. At number 3, this is what we see, Apollo's Chariot, a B&M Extreme hypercoaster at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. Moving ahead with number 4, we've got Phoenix, a B&M Extreme wing coaster at Toverland. Gone but not forgotten, we have Son of Beast, standing but not operating in 2009 and removed in 2012. This was a Gerstlauer Extreme wooden coaster at Kings Island. Now for our non-coaster, we have Spin Spider, a Zamperla Thrill giant frisbee at Tussenfried. We have Wonder Woman Flight of Courage, an RMC Extreme Raptor track over at Six Flags Magic Mountain. Don't be late for choice number 8. We have Thunder Canyon, an Intamin family water ride, a water raft ride at Cedar Point. Number 9 is now gone and redone. We have Mantis, now known as Rougarou, a B&M Extreme stand-up, but now a sit-down floorless coaster at Cedar Point. And finally, we're going with the original Bat, a 1981 to 1983 Aero Thrill suspended coaster, once at Kings Island. As they say, you save the best for last, and I guess Richie Anderson today is that day. We've got number 24 with Randerson Park from Richie Anderson, starting with Mako, a B&M Extreme hypercoaster at SeaWorld Orlando. Next, we have Raven, a CCI Extreme wooden coaster at Holiday World. Moving on to number 3 is Radiator Springs Racers, a Walt Disney Imagineering family slot car non-coaster at Disneyland. Or I should say Disney's California Adventure. My bad. We have Expedition Everest, a Vekoma Extreme Steel coaster at Disney's Animal Kingdom. We have Dueling Dragons, which was removed in 2017, a B&M Extreme inverted coaster once at Universal Studios Islands of Adventure. Moving on to number 6 and one of the Jaws rides that were chosen for this draft, we have Jaws the Ride from Universal Studios Japan. It is a ride and show engineering incorporated thrill boat water ride. At number 7, we have Twisted Cyclone, an RMC Extreme hybrid coaster at Six Flags Over Georgia. We have Space Mountain, which I found out will close during 2024. No further information on that. A WED Enterprise thrill enclosed coaster at Tokyo Disneyland. Number 9, a favorite of mine, Big Dipper from a park that closed in 2007 when the ride was finally removed in 2016. A John A. Miller thrill wooden coaster from the once beloved Geauga Lake. And finally, for our draft today, we have Shockwave, a Schwarzkopf Extreme Steel at Six Flags over Texas. That's all I have for today. We now have 24 contestants down with 8 more to go. We still have so much to see and so much to explore, but the voting is done. But you can still vote through the YouTube videos of which park you like best. From these 8 parks, which one do you think stands out the most? Leave your comments down below, and I will see you guys all in the next video.